This is Geoffrey C, and you're watching Baltimore Basics. Help us help you. If you're in a record pool, take your list, copy it, and give it to us. Give us a copy of your top 25 list or top 30 list that you give to your pool director, so that helps us out. That helps us market our record better. We need feedback from the DJs. Oh, that's stuck. That stuck with me. That, and I learned a lot of things. I remember Eardrum in his pool meeting saying that go to the conferences, go to the New Music Seminar. And there was Winter Music Conference in Florida. There was a few others. There was one in DC. It escapes me now. But I went to these conferences and I started passing out business cards, and shaking hands, and creating the relationships and things like that. And when I got the cards and contacts, I started sending my record charts to these companies. And then that's how I created the relationships. That's how it came about. With the relationships became knowledge that I did remixes for the radio station. So that got the record company's attention. The fact that I did remixes for these radio stations. So I started leveraging my radio station, for my radio station affiliation by counter-selling mixes of records. I would get a record, mix it or edit it, and submit it to the record company. If they liked it, fine, they would sign it, and great. If they didn't like it, that's fine. We would just go ahead and move on. But that's how it came about. I started making mixes on the records that were sent to me, play them on the radio station. The record company would get wind of that and would say, "Hey, we want to sign this record. We want to pick this record up on the label. Great, here you go. I'll send you the master." And it would go on from there. And as a sidebar, the money that I got from the record companies for the songs helped me through college. Yeah, I knew Teddy, Tommy, and Jay from the Basement Boys at the time. Released a song called "Love Don't Live Here Anymore." And so I took that. I said I wanted to work on that. I just did it. And so I did all kinds of edits on it, stuff like that, and gave them the copy, and they heard it. Well, that led to me doing edits on two of Ultra's records. The first one being "It's Over Now," and the second one being "Scandal." And I did the final editing at my house. So it was, I think Tommy was there. No, Jay was there along with Mandrill, because Mandrill was kind of like saying, okay, maybe this part should go here, maybe that part should go there. I said, great, I'll go ahead and edit and do all the things, and did a few tricks on it. But that's how that was my first claim to fame, or actually on a major label. Independent label. My first one was a local artist named Tracy, and the song was called "You Don't Call Me." How did that come about?
Oh, okay.
"You Don't Call Me" on Biss Records. My buddy Thurn Livingston and his mother owned Biss Records at the time in '87, '88. They released the first the record, "You Don't Call Me," and again, I had nothing to do. Let me go ahead and see what I can do with this record. "You Don't Call Me," and I said, So "You Don't Call Me," telephone, okay, well, let me go ahead and get some telephone themes. So I started, you remember those old dial phones and things like that? Well, I unhooked the dial phone and hooked a couple of wires to the phone so that the sound from the phone can go directly into my tape. So I called different numbers to get different signals. I called numbers that I knew were busy. You know, I got the infamous dial tone. I got all kinds of stuff. I even called numbers of people I knew didn't pay their phone bill, so I got that. You know, the number you have reached has been disconnected. I did all of that. I put all those together. I put together in nice rhythmic fashion. So I had the operator going da 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 again, da 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 again, da 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 da. I put that on. And did all kinds of the edits and things like that. I'd cut that thing up, boy. I'll tell you. I gave it a third, like, wow, this is really nice. You want to remix a record? Sure. So they actually remixed the record. I did the edits on it. In fact, I did the edits along with Doug Lazy. He was Vicious V on WEBB at the time, but he was transitioning to Doug Lazy because he was leaving WEBB and getting on WPGC. So I'll say Doug Lazy, his name, his credit is right there on the record. And so we called ourselves Track 2 because we did a lot of edits on 2-track tape. You Don't Call Me was done on that, and it was humble beginnings for sure. Yep. Then I did Ultra stuff. You know what? I do a lot of mashups. I do a lot of edits. But there's one song that I did. It was a go-go song by Rare Essence. The track is entitled Lock It.
I love it.
I did that while I was with PGC. And I pulled out so many things to that song to pull it all together. 14 records. 14 records in Lock It. What I used to do in my editing is take a subject from a record, a verb from a second record, and a predicate from a third record. Subject, verb, predicate. English 101. For example, I would go, bum, it's bum, bum, alright, bum, don't touch the mix, bum, 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 bum. Dance to the rhythm, bam. Play the funky mix, then make it like a beat, something like that. Mm-hmm. So, that came from Al Nafi, It's Time. Mm-hmm. The song called Alright came from Janet Jackson's Alright. Let me see. Don't Touch came from Iceberg Slim. It's in the mix. Don't touch that stereo. Mm-hmm. The mix came from In Deep. The Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. Mm-hmm. That rap part, because I could do it in the mix. So bum, it's bum, bum, alright, bum, don't touch the mix. So all these other things, all subject, verb, predicate. Oh, wait a minute. It reminds me of another song I did. I guess, a house mix back in '86, back in my WEBB days, and there was a whole string of records I used for that one. Must have been about 20 records in one section that I used. And I had Billy's song Nobody's Business as the backdrop. So, and then I said, can I be with you tonight? Night. No, can I be with you tonight, Janet Jackson? No way. Can I be with you tonight? I'm telling you, no way. So why does it got to be so damn tough? You shut your mouth off, boy. Oh, really? Yes. Oh, really? Yes. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Treat her like a lady. That must have been about 14, 15 records. Treat Her Like a Lady was from Temptations. No, that came from Billy's. Nobody's Business. Can I Be With You Tonight was an artist on RCA Records. Came out in 1983. I forgot the name of the song or the artist, but it was a promo copy. No Way, that came from Janet Jackson's song. What Have You Done For Me Lately? I'm telling you, no way. So all these things. And that's the fun part. So, you know, I have to say, sometimes it took me a long time to do these edits because I'm up here researching things, learning lyrics to different songs, and pulling all these things together. It would take a while. And then the execution of it was actually faster than the research and the preparation. Biscuit song, but
Yes.
what made me go down to Sucker MCs? 2 words. Shock value. When I got the call from OG to play at Collective Minds, I knew that there was going to be a stellar lineup of DJs. Oh, I mean, the lineup was just incredible. These DJs. Oh, they were all wonderful. And I didn't want to make anybody look bad. I didn't want to. So I said, you know what? I think I better do something so I can pull my weight. You know, I don't want to, hey, all these DJs, but that Geoffrey C was whack. I didn't want that. And I said, well, you know, let's think about what I want to do here. What can I do to be unique? What can I do to stand out? Let's do something that nobody else does. Who breaks out a hip-hop record in Collective Minds?